Hey everyone, what up? Kaiser here, and welcome to another of my demo first impressions video. And this one is for one of the big ones, one of my most anticipated games for this year, which is Star Ocean: Second Story R. But before we begin, if you like what you see in here, then by all means, like the video, click the subscribe button if you're new, and hit that bell notification icon if you want to get updated by all future Star Ocean Second Story R videos by yours truly. Not only that, but I'm very close to reaching 500 subscribers, as you can see, and if I do reach said milestone, I'll be able to play and review on what many consider to be the best JRPG ever, which is Chrono Trigger. So by all means, do yourself a favor. And now back to the video. So recently, Star Ocean Second Story R dropped its demo, available for PlayStation 4, 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam, which you can download right now. And it will contain both Claude's routes and Renner's routes, and it will give you a 3-hour time limit, and the demo itself will end around when you get to like the Cross Cave dungeon. And already that's a bit of a step up compared to, say, Star Ocean Divine Force, where you could only just play as one route, and in that demo you couldn't really save transfer, while in this demo you can save transfer, which is a big plus in my eyes, I would say. Now obviously for the time I decided for this I would play as Claude first, since I'm mostly, depending on the dual stories, I normally pick, the males first before, the females. It's been a case since Tales of Exilia. But anyway, from what I did play, it was absolutely amazing. I have to say that the story so far, well, it may be currently what I'm experiencing is a slow burn. I would say I'm very intrigued on how it goes. For character wise, currently in terms of both Claude and Renner, they both have really good banter, chemistry, and honestly I do like the personalities. I know it's a bit early since 3 hours and such, but from what we did spend with, I have to say that both Claude and Renner as characters really left me with a good impression, especially with the amazing voice acting, especially with Renner's case, being voiced by Claudia Lenz, or, Eden Regal, who you might know for Tales fans as Estelle from Tales of Vesperia. Not only that, but I have to say that when it comes to the visuals, oh my god, the visuals look absolutely amazing, especially since it was very first revealed. Playing on PS5 was absolutely very smooth, running at good, silky, smooth 60 FPS, and just the visuals alone are just absolutely wonderful, with this whole 3D environment really just, immersing you, feeling like these are actual places that people live here. Honestly, I was a little bit weirded out on how having 2D characters and 3D environments will gel, and while there were some cases it did have in some certain points, I would say overall that the 3D environments and the 2D characters do blend well, and honestly having just HD 2D characters like them just look absolutely amazing. Only complaint about it is I wish some of them had their colors a little bit more, I say, cleaned up in sort of to match their character sprites, so they wouldn't feel like a little bit washed out. But those are nitpicks. Overall, the HD 2.5D graphics look absolutely amazing. The overworld was absolutely beautiful, and all the towns, it's just so beautiful, both day and even night. I'm not sure if it has like a day and night cycle. I think it's more scripted, but even still it looks absolutely beautiful, like oh my god. And the character portraits themselves look absolutely wonderful, where they do feel very faithful to the original game's character portraits, opposed to, say, Second Evolution, where they try to go full anime and it just kinda ruined the magic, I would say. And funny enough, in the status menu option, you can even toggle between portraits from the original 1998 game to Second Evolution to this one, which was a nice touch. And the UI itself was absolutely amazing itself. It absolutely looks nice, looks bang, looks very modern. I would have to say that visually this game looks amazing, especially with the whole spell animations and whatnot. But we also gotta talk about, well, the gameplay itself. Now, Star Ocean's second story is, of course, gonna be an action RPG, and in a way, it was reminded me of Star Ocean First Departure R, which makes sense since that game is a remake of the first game, just using the engine of the original second story. So you do have things like your whole free hit combos, normal attacks, and you also have your arts that you can use that cost MP with the shoulder buttons, which is basically that. But they've also had some extra tweaks to it to make it more interesting and actually fun. For one, they added this new perfect counter system where if you backstep when an enemy glows red and it's just about to attack you, you can counter attack, like dodge, and just counter attack them, which is like this game's perfect dodge. And not gonna lie, it reminds me of the whole Kingdom Hearts 2 reversal reaction command, or even the blind side animation that Edge had in Star Ocean 4, which was a really nice touch and absolutely cool. Not only that, but enemies do have a shield gauge value where if you keep continuously attacking them till the shield gauge runs out, they'll become stun locked for a good amount of time, which will cause them to break. And honestly, the damage increases the more you combo on these broke enemies, which is similar to, say, the stagger system in, say, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy XVI, which I actually don't mind. I think it actually does give a little more strategy for the stun lock to be more timed in a sense, and obviously you do yourself also get broken if you get hit too much, or if you use the perfect counter at the wrong time. So it does take some practice. Not only that, but I also like the fact they also brought the bonus battle gauge as well as chain battles from the newer Star Ocean games like Star Ocean 3 and Star Ocean 4, which was absolutely awesome. And honestly, that actually really impresses me on how much they're doing. Obviously, there's also things like on how there's the assault action where anyone that's not in your current party can, be summoned to do one follow-up attack, which reminds me, of course, from Tales of Rise. While we didn't get any character to fill that bill, we did get an assist in the form of, protagonists from other Star Ocean games, like Letitia here from Star Ocean 6 was an absolutely massive surprise. I also absolutely love how spell animations are much more faster and don't pause a screen, and you can even have an option to turn off spell cutscenes, which is absolutely amazing. Other gameplay quality of life features, well, there's no random encounters. In fact, there's these blob purple enemies that you see in the Overworld popping up, like the Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia, and Tales of the Abyss, for example, as well as also them just appearing in dungeons. And you also have things like a mini-map, you also have fast travel, and hell, you even have moments where doing say the mini-map, you can see on when private actions are available, which ones are limited time, and yeah, you can just go there. And in fact, that is probably another great thing about this game, is that they've made private actions more visible and easier to find nowadays, especially with the whole mini-map, knowing where the private action is and when it's limited time. And you have the option to, of course, switch between private action and normal mode very seamlessly, which is absolutely amazing. Other things they have is, of course, the Equip Wizard, which was, I think, in Star Ocean First Departure R, and also the ability to, from what we've seen so far, you can have all your skills and stuff are already present in the skill menu. I don't think you need to go to any skill vendors to buy them anymore. So it's on par with, say, Star Ocean 6, where you can be able to use the amount of battle points, skill points to, upgrade your skills or even make your moves very stronger. And I have to say, Claude himself played good. Rena and Celine, for my play, was also enjoyable, even though I'm more into Claude's gameplay. And also, yeah, there's fishing. We did some fishing a bit, and it was very simple, but very fun regardless. And honestly, I'm just blown away with the amount of stuff that has gone through this game. And I can't even mention stuff like how the music, like currently so far the music in this game is absolutely phenomenal. Like, oh my god, Motoi Sakuraba is really killing it out there with the new orchestra. Like, there's this one private action scene where I was just enamored by the music. But oh my god, Star Ocean Second Story R has been, really nailing it already, from the visuals being, faithful to the original, but also being upgraded to, stand out from other HD 2D games and just look absolutely beautiful. As a result, the gameplay is tweaked to a lot where, even though it might feel like, spammy, kind of like First Departure R, there's obviously a lot more depth and a lot of quality life features that really make it more strategic and absolutely fun and on par with modern action RPGs, which is an absolute plus. And speaking about quality life features like knowing where to find private actions and when to switch them, and knowing when subquests are available, all that good jazz, really helps this game flesh out. And obviously, it still has the classic feel of playing like, PS1 game, with the whole having, dedicated save points, as well as even saving through the overworld. So overall, I have to say that this demo really made me impressed. Like, if anything, it exceeded my expectations, because I think this is how you do a remake so good. Not only does it feel faithful to the original, obviously, like the story remain beloved like the original game, but also the fact that they've updated the gameplay and all the quality life features to modern audiences. And even though I did make a past Star Ocean video where me and Becca, which by the way you should watch, where we talked about the next Star Ocean game should learn things from like Divine Force and past entries, I think all the things in this remake in particular should also be applied for the next Star Ocean game, because I think that's what the next Star Ocean game needs to make that experience so much better. And honestly, I can't even froth about the fact that we even have again, like, cameos in a sense, like assist characters of past Star Ocean characters. Like, you saw Letitia, so we're likely going to see Raymond, we're likely going to see Fate, Edge, Roddick, and Fidel, which, oh my god, that's absolutely so cool. So overall, what did I think about this? I absolutely loved it, and honestly, I'm looking forward to it, even though I'm likely going to play Tales of Rise Beyond the Dawn first before diving into this game fully. But honestly, this was a win. This was absolutely amazing. So by all means, if you haven't tried out this demo, go try it out now. Honestly, it's amazing. So anyway, that's it guys, until next time, see you guys in the next video. Mad Kaiser out.